Oi, eu sou a Bia e hoje eu trago a primeira entrevista em vídeo do canal e eu tô muito feliz porque é com o Matt, né? É com um ator do filme de Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, que estreou hoje nos Estados Unidos e que aqui no Brasil chega na próxima semana, no dia 2 de dezembro. Eu vou pedir pra você se inscrever no canal, deixar o seu like pra poder esse vídeo alcançar muitas pessoas e mandar pra algum amigo seu que curte Resident Evil pra poder curtir essa entrevista que tá maravilhosa. Ele contou muitos detalhes do set, de momentos de gravações, a interação dele com outros atores. Tá incrível, gente, tá incrível. Eu tenho certeza que se você for de Resident Evil, você vai gostar. E é isso, vamos lá, vamos começar a entrevista.
Hey guys, I'm MACCALLUM. I am the turnaround zombie from Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It turns out you guys have sent in some questions. I have my partner just off camera, Andy, here, and so here we go, let's read through these 10.
Bom, a primeira pergunta é: como que foi a experiência de gravar Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City?
It was a blast. It was a real honor to work on this movie. I've worked on a Resident Evil movie before. In fact, 10 years ago, it was my first on-camera role, I guess you could say. I'd worked crew in film and TV before that. And I think it's very cool, 10 years later, I get to come back and not only be part of the family, but be a big part of the family.
E claro que eu tinha que perguntar, né? Obviamente, né? Você já jogou Resident Evil?
Oh, yes. I've played, I think, every game in the Resident Evil franchise. I haven't played Village. I haven't played Village. I haven't played the 4-person weird online one because I didn't have that system at the time. And I don't think I've finished Zero, but I have played every other one. In fact, the original one I played in '96. And it still holds the moment for the scariest video game I've ever had, which is the first time you go down the hallway with the dogs. It's not even my own scene, which is kind of a bummer. But still, yeah, it's the only time I've ever dropped a controller and just had to shut the game off.
A terceira pergunta é do Murilo, lá do The Hardest, né? E ele perguntou, foi bem interessante a pergunta dele. Ele perguntou como que foi a experiência dentro do set de filmagens, né? Você se sentiu imersivo ou com a sensação de estar dentro do jogo?
Okay, interesting story. Especially with the Spencer Mansion, quote-unquote, set. It's actually not a set. The inside, at least where they shot my scenes, the scenes in the dining room, are all in a house here in my hometown of Hamilton, Ontario. It's actually part of a Masonic temple, and it's, I believe, yes, it's called the Scottish Rite. But yeah, to get back to the question, sorry, I've shot a couple of other things there in my past, and every time I walk specifically where that scene takes place, where they come around the corner and I'm leaned over the body, I've walked by there working on other things as an actor and been like, they should really make a Resident Evil movie here, because it just looks like that on the inside. It's very strange. But yeah, it does make it easier. That and the makeup really helps, but everything they had done, even in that building, which does already look like this, they did little things, like there were smoke machines around to make it a little foggier. The way they had lit it was different. The props they brought in, they made sure to bring in the right props, so not only did the walls and everything match, but now everything within those walls is perfectly matched to the game. It was incredibly impressive.
A próxima pergunta é do César, lá do Everhard, né, nossos parceiros aqui no BiaPlay, e ele perguntou: como foi a experiência de fazer um filme durante a pandemia?
That's hard. It was the strangest and most different experience I've ever had to do. I actually shot 2 movies during the pandemic. I actually finished one film and had 2 or 3 days off, and then immediately went to Resident Evil. So for 6 weeks I was shooting Nightmare Alley, and I was on location, and I had been tested for COVID since the middle of August of 2020. And my last day of filming on Nightmare Alley was December 10th. No, sorry, December 10th is when they wrapped. My last day was December 1st. And then I went from there, was tested again, and right on to Resident Evil. So it was insanely difficult. We managed to do it. I still don't know how we managed to do it with all the protocols and everything in place, which we needed, but we were very, very lucky. None of us got sick, nothing got shut down, and we made it. We're on the other side. Yeah, but yeah, it was very strange and interesting and different.
A próxima pergunta também é do César, lá do Evil Hazard, e ele perguntou se você ficou com medo em algum momento da gravação.
No.
But you scared someone.
Yes. Yes, I did. I scared, it is the scene you see in the trailer. When Chad and Robbie come around the corner and you get the what the F, and then I come up and turn around. We were shooting that, and Johannes had explained what he had wanted. I don't think to this day he knew I knew as much about the game that I do. I have no clue if he did. I don't think he did, because we talked about it. He gave me what he knew what he wanted. He kind of explained roughly exactly what we all see in the game. And he was like, okay, you just kind of want to try one? So we all got to our position, we got into our marks, and I'm hunched over Jason there, and we hear action. And I do my thing. My mind just kind of totally goes blank, and all I did while doing it was, in my head, I was just replaying the video scene and trying to move my body in the exact same way in my head that I remember it on the game. That's all I tried to do. And then I got up, and they shoot me a couple of times, and then I rushed them, and then they yelled cut. So the second they yelled cut, it's all quiet for a second. Pardon my language. It's all quiet, and the next thing you hear is Chad Rook saying, "Holy fuck, that was fucking terrifying." And the entire crew, included, started laughing and uproar, like, okay, let's do it again. And we did it 4 more times, and that's it. So I wasn't scared, but I scared a whole bunch of people. So it's kind of a win.
Bom, eu vi na sua biografia que você também, além de ator, é escritor, é comediante, cineasta. Conte-nos um pouco sobre o seu trabalho.
Well, I was a film school dropout. I took that money and I went back home and made a short film which did a couple of festivals, and then from there I just kind of did crew work and fiddle-fubbed around, and how do I explain it? At the end of the day, all I wanted to be was a storyteller. That's it. I just wanted to tell stories. And that's how I got into film. Doing stand-up was just something else I really loved. And it's a different way to tell stories. It's a different way to express myself and entertain people. I had a bit of success with it. It's something that I really enjoy as an art form, but it's something you have to take very, very seriously. And I don't think, and I'm not the only comedian, I guess, quote unquote, who would say this. There's a lot of other comics that I look up to and I appreciate who have said this, but I don't think stand-up comedy is how do I say this? A white man's medium, so to say, like a straight white man's medium anymore. I think it's more minorities, more women need to take that stage. I think that's more for them. The honesty that stand-up comedy gives you, that's who I think should have that light, and they would thrive in it.
Além de interpretar o primeiro zumbi de Resident Evil, né, no Resident Evil Raccoon City, né, que é uma das cenas mais icônicas da franquia, você também fez um zumbi no Resident Evil Retribuição, né? Conte-nos um pouco como que foi a experiência.
I learned on that shoot that I don't ever want to be in war ever in my life. We had to fire, I got to fire an AK-47 on that film. They trained us, and everything was very safe, luckily. But every scene we had, I was standing about this far away on my right-hand side with a Jeep, and there was a 50 caliber machine gun in it. It was just firing. And if you don't know this, I was a Russian army zombie, so I was in full Russian military wear. It was just a makeup job, so it is my actual face, and they just painted it, whereas, pardon me, this movie is like a cowl and a big rubber prosthetic mask and everything else. But for 2.5 weeks, every night for 8 to 10 hours, I was stumbling forward into zombie, firing a machine gun, while right next to me this Jeep was firing a 50 caliber, and I could feel it in my chest. And I knew right then and there, like, I am not made for war. It is terrifying. I don't ever want to do it. But at the same time, it was a lot of fun. I enjoy playing creatures, so anytime I get to do it, it's a lot of fun. It was also my first time in front of the camera as an actor, so yeah. I have lots of fond memories about it. But yeah, I also learned a lot.
Qual que é a parte mais divertida do seu trabalho?
All of it. I know that sounds terrible, but it's really, really true. I'm happiest outside of home here with my partner and my dogs. The only time I'm happiest in the entire world is when I'm on set working. And it's not even, I don't even have to be working. Like, if I just pop onto set to say hi to everybody, there's a chance I could be there for the full 8 hours, even though I'm supposed to be there for 5 minutes, just because I like that environment. But it's all fun. I love telling stories. I love playing characters. I like scaring people. Yeah, I get to be a little kid for my whole life. I get to make pretend for a living, and it's the best job anyone could have.
Como que foi a interação com os outros atores lá no set?
Great. Chad and Robbie were wonderful. I got advice from Robbie, being he and I are both, well, we are all Canadian actors, but he and his wife live in Los Angeles, and I've never been down there. Being this close to Toronto, we get enough work, so I'm okay. But he gave me a bit of advice if I wanted to go down and kind of try stuff down there, if I had an opportunity. Gave me just the right time to like go down and visit, like when they're casting pilots, say, or whatever, and just like advice like that. And then Chad and I shared, he and I have both worked with Ron Perlman. I just recently worked with Ron Perlman, and he had met Ron Perlman at Comic-Con, and we shared stories about that. Yeah, everything was really, really cool. It's really good.
Pra finalizar, eu gostaria de que você mandasse uma mensagem especial para os fãs brasileiros, né? Porque nós aqui só vamos ver o filme no dia 2 de dezembro, né? E o filme aqui no Brasil só estreia depois, né? E é isso, deixe uma mensagem, um convite especial para a galera que vai assistir o filme.
We are here in Canada and the US. We are less than a week away. Our friends in America have Thanksgiving, so it comes out next Wednesday, the 24th of November, but you guys get it a little bit later, closer to Christmas, which is always kind of fun. Bring your parents out. There you go, Christmas gift. Christmas gifts for the whole family. Zombies eating people. Holiday gifts. Oh yeah, holiday gifts, because some people don't celebrate Christmas. I should be more inclusive. Yeah. Just kidding, I'm kidding. No, sincerely. This goes out to all, I want to be right to the fans here. We all love this movie so much. Everybody I spoke to is so passionate about this. There are things that I only got to see the same time you guys did. So when you guys were watching the trailer, flipping out about the way the police station works and the happy birthday sign and God, Lisa Trevor, and like all this crazy stuff. Know that I was sitting here watching it the same time you were, the same exact day the trailer came out, flipping out just as much as you were. Just know that we made this project for you guys with this much love. So please, bring as many people as you can come out who are age appropriate. Please, 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 just come out, have a blast, and thank you. Thank you for all the attention you guys have given me. It's a little overwhelming, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love the fans. This one's for the fans. Thank you so much. I hope to see you all soon. Take care and have fun.
E essa foi a nossa entrevista. Muito obrigada a todo mundo que assistiu. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado, porque eu gostei demais. Não esqueci de deixar o like, pedir pra todo mundo dar o like, que é pra poder o YouTube engajar o vídeo, mandar pra todo mundo. E divulgue para o seu amigo que gosta de Resident Evil. Matt, thank you so much for the interview. Kisses. Galera, é isso. Fiquem ligados que tem mais entrevista pra sair aí. Fiquem ligados nas nossas redes sociais. E eu vou deixar as redes sociais do Matt aqui na descrição do vídeo. Valeu? Um beijo e até a próxima. Tchau!